It's that time again, boys and girls, for the Anti-Guru does a bedtime story, and today's bedtime story, coming up in just a few moments, is Goldilocks and the Three Mentors. But before we get to that, please do leave me a comment on this video, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll be straight to that bedtime story in just a few moments' time. So boys and girls, before I start, this very special story is inspired by Bobby Nagra, who asked for another bedtime story. Bobby, thank you very much for watching the Anti-Guru channel, and this one, mate, is definitely for you. Once upon a time, there was a little property developer called Goldilocks. She had a site she wanted to build in the forest, and she wanted some help, some advice on how to build that site out. So she went to 3 property mentors. She met them all in their offices and looked through the proposals they had for her property. And this is what she found. On the table of the first mentor were the plans that they'd drawn up for development of her site. She had a look at the plans and thought, this looks too hot. There are too many units on this site. It's too big, too massive. And then when she sat down in her chair, she thought the design is too hard, too urban. It doesn't fit. It doesn't look right. So Goldilocks got up and walked out of the office of that first mentor, never to be seen again. In the office of the second mentor, she sat down and looked at the plans they had provided. Well, this is too soft, she said. It's too cold. The design doesn't give me enough. I'm not going to make my GDVs. They don't understand how to develop the site properly. It looks too flowery, too twee. It looks like a chocolate box house. I don't want a chocolate box house. So having taken a look at the plans for the second mentor, she got up and walked out and was never to be seen again. On the third day, she walked into the office of the third mentor. The third mentor was sitting with his planning consultant and his architect and his builder. And they took Goldilocks through the plans in detail, explaining exactly how the building would fit well within the street, how the building would fit well on the site, how it would provide the car parking, the bin storage, the cycle storage that was needed in order to make the site work well for Goldilocks. They also then took Goldilocks through the numbers and showed Goldilocks how the development would make money and how it would be future-proof, because Goldilocks' village was going through an illness and she needed to have it future-proofed just in case the worst happened. Goldilocks, very happy with the plans, said to the mentor and their team, go ahead and do it. I don't need to worry about this site. I'm in good hands. And so she walked off happy and content that her property and her development journey would be started in the right way. The moral of the story is simple. If it looks too much, it is too much. If the site doesn't fit, then it's never going to fit. And if you can't make the numbers stack, then it doesn't matter what you put on it, it's not going to work. For Goldilocks, her final mentor showed her how to make it happen and in what order she needed to do things. And that is the mentor she went with. I hope you've enjoyed the bedtime story. Good night, everyone. Thank you to Bobby for the inspiration for this one. and I will see you next time for an Anti-Guru bedtime story.